Welcome to the Living in Utah live question and answer session here Thursday evening. I try to make it here every Thursday. It's an opportunity. You're welcome to ask questions about the state of Utah, the United States, real estate, anything that you would like to talk about. I'm open, always open for a conversation. So don't hesitate to ask any questions you would like. In the state of Utah this week, we are going into spring season. The weather is changing, starting to warm up a little bit. We had a very wet winter, did receive quite a bit of snow. The whole state received a lot of water to fill our reservoirs. Very good situation. The Great Salt Lake is filling up. And the runoff has just begun. There's all this snow in the mountains that as the temperatures rise, it will melt and make its way into reservoirs and out to the Great Salt Lake. So it's good news on our weather front. And down south, we had some reservoirs that were very, very low over the last couple of years, and they received moisture also this winter, and their water situation is improving. It's something I do worry about. St. George has had tremendous growth over the last, many, many years. And you need water. You need water. So it's good to see the water, and hopefully we can have some winters here in the future provide us with some water and also some cutbacks. Maybe we can go to more desert landscaping, conserve some water for the future, conserve for other generations, put things into place. So what's also happening around the state of Utah is road construction. They plan on having one of the biggest road construction projects going on here in 2023. There's a big list of some of the big projects. There will be small projects throughout the state. Most of the big projects are occurring north of Salt Lake City. That's the area of attention that has had some tremendous growth over the last X amount of years. So there are a lot of big projects going on in that particular area. One of them is at 5600 South in Roy. They're redoing the interchange. There's a big project down in the city of Washington in southern Utah that will be going on. We have in northern Utah, West Point and Clinton is getting a major road construction project going on. There's quite a few projects going on. And they're also doing one down in Moab, which is really needed. If you've ever been to Moab during the busy season, some of the roads down there are a little slow and go. Slow and go. That's the way to describe the situation there in the south. So, or in the Moab area, I should say. It's more on the eastern side of the state, I guess. But so road construction. Now, we talked last week about the baseball. Salt Lake City is, throwing their name in the hat. And one of the cities that, the way the article read last week is they expect Major League Baseball to expand by 2 teams, go from 30 to 32 teams. And I guess the logical thing, possibly have 1 team in the East and 1 in the West. Well, in the West, some of the cities that that currently do not have Major League Baseball. Portland was talked about. Las Vegas was talked about. Salt Lake City was talked about. Well, you can cross one of those cities off the list. Las Vegas is off the list. They are going to have the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's are going to move to Las Vegas. What's kind of cool about that too, they are building the stadium, the baseball stadium. I think it's like $1.5 billion project north of the Allegiant Stadium that the Raiders play in. The next building north will be the Oakland A's. So the Oakland Raiders, the Oakland A's will be right next to each other. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I'm not too sure how they're going to fit everything in there, right there. It seems like everybody wants to be right there in that part of Vegas. So I guess it will improve the chances if the opportunity arises for Salt Lake City to possibly get a Major League Baseball team. So if you're a baseball fan, you have a shorter drive. It's if you're currently a Major League Baseball fan, Denver is the closest team, the Colorado Rockies, the closest team to drive to, probably fly to also is probably a shorter flight, but even closer now will be Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a closer town, so you can see the Oakland A's play and a variety of other teams that will come to town to see the Oakland A's play. So big news for the city of Vegas. As far as a sports town goes, Las Vegas is really booming. There's, I heard of some other rumors too with apart from baseball. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, Las Vegas is will receive the Oakland A's. Did you see SpaceX rocket blow up this morning? No, I was not aware of that. I had a rather busy today, so spent a lot of time in my car. I didn't know that SpaceX blew up this morning. So, wow, news to me. So, on the real estate market and everything like that right now in the state of Utah, we are seeing an uptick. We saw some price increases over the last little while. We'll see how the April numbers come out in the next couple weeks, but we are noticing an uptick. Not too sure if that's just because it's springtime or we've actually kind of stabilized the interest rates somewhat. There doesn't seem to be much movement on the interest rates right now. So, yeah, it's definitely maybe changed the market just a little bit. Oakland politics drove the A's and the Raiders out. Yes, and I will agree with that. What I think is sad about both teams is the dedicated fans, and no doubt I'm not as familiar with the A's, but with the Raiders in Oakland, I mean, the fan base, very, very dedicated, traveled very well around the country. And then the team decides to move out. You know, there's a few NFL franchises, anyways, that come to my mind that is just devastating when they leave a city. Green Bay, I couldn't imagine Green Bay leaving a city. The Steelers, I couldn't imagine the Steelers leaving Pittsburgh area. The Dallas Cowboys, I could never imagine them leaving Dallas. And when the Raiders left Oakland, I just couldn't understand the way the fan base is so loyal in some of those cities. It's a shame to fans who have supported those teams for many, many years through good times, bad times. And some of those cities are, even in losing years, the fans will still turn out. At where there are some other cities at where when they're winning, the fans come out, but when they're losing, fans do not show up to the game. And there's plenty of teams in baseball and football and everything else. But Yeah, I feel bad for the fans who have supported the Oakland teams. So it was the city council versus the environmentalists. Did the environment? I'm not too familiar with the exact reason. Did the environmentalists? Um, at one point, I had heard that they wanted a new stadium, and they could not get the city of Oakland to work with them on a new stadium. So now, lately, that was a few years ago. Lately, I'm not too sure. I was a little bit surprised when I saw that news, but in a way, I wasn't surprised because there's been talk about the Oakland A's moving to Vegas for quite a bit of time. So, but I think the city of Vegas will support it very well. They love the hockey down there. They love the Raiders in town, and I think baseball will be a hit too. Not only that, but I think there's so much to do that it's not only just going to a game. I think a lot of people will go to Vegas to go to a game, and also other things that happen down in Vegas. So, oh, the environmentalists fought the location of a new stadium. Boy, that California government. California. Wow. Who would have thought that? I can see that happening. Yes. Yes. It's amazing at how they will, you'll fight to not build that stadium, but you got cities like Las Vegas or even Salt Lake City that say, please come, we'll build it. If you give us the franchise, we will build it. Salt Lake City has said the same thing. They have the land already earmarked, purchased, ready for construction. So, but then you get some cities like Oakland that I guess will not allow a new stadium to be built. So, it makes you shake your head. So, any more questions this afternoon, this evening? It is getting late, actually. Before I call it a night, I'm really enjoying this time of year. This is a great time of year in the state of Utah. Everything is going. People starting to get their camper trailers out, their fishing poles, their golf clubs. Summer's right around the corner. The UTVs, the ATVs. So it's time to change from the snow sports to the spring summer sports, which I enjoy both. So I enjoy snowmobiling, I enjoy skiing, but I also enjoy the UTV and the golfing, and so it's great. It's great. So I am going to call it an evening, and I will be back again next week. Appreciate everybody.